I've loved doing the Star Wars films with all the fanfares and flourish and the galaxy far, far away. I actually feel like I'm still in it, that I've never really left it, you know. Having worked on all of the 6 films, I'm just happy to be continuing to be part of the whole fun of doing it. Of course, I haven't seen the script, but the story is still unknown to me, the new story. But I can't imagine that there will not be some references to the existing stories that we know that would necessitate and make appropriate the use of some of the earlier themes, which actually for me has been part of the fun of doing film after film, because in each case I've been able to use the earlier material and develop new material that would coexist with it and hopefully feel like a part of the fabric of the film. Since I don't know the story, I have to tell you and confess to you that I would always prefer not to read scripts and even not to hear stories and look at cue cards and so on, and wait for the moment of discovery with the audience of the film itself. So I'm as surprised as they are and I know where to put the surprise button, you know, having not been prepared by a script. And of course, during the first film, and I think our colleagues working on the film had no idea that there was going to be a second film, let alone a third or fourth. So I'm waiting anxiously, like the audience around the world, to find out what the surprises are and discover what my continuing role is going to be. 30 some odd years after Star Wars, to do number 7, I felt, very happy to be able to continue adding to this glossary of themes. JJ did speak to me about the feeling we would all want to have that this is Star Wars.
All we need is John Williams and then it's done.
And particularly connected, if we could, to the earlier films. We have Leia and we have Han and Luke revisited here. There are references to earlier thematic connections between characters and music and so on. And that seemed a very natural thing to do. And combine it with new melodic material for the new characters. Rey, her theme has a musical grammar that is not heroic in the sense of a hero's theme. It's kind of an adventure theme that maybe promises more than resolving itself in the most major, triumphant resolutions. When we first meet her, she's been alone, she's without her parents. I felt a lot of empathy for that girl. And I think Rey's theme needs to illustrate that. I approached the task of Kylo Ren really just as an extension of Darth Vader in a way.
Show me again the power of the darkness.
And I didn't want to get too close to it. But if it could convey in a few short notes, as the Imperial March does, this evil power, strength, threat, it needs to be something that will hit you and is accessible right away.
1M1, take 756.
When we recorded the opening and closing of the very first Star Wars film, I didn't have any idea there would be a second one. None of us had any idea that we'd ever hear the music again. When we played the music with the orchestra at the beginning and the end, it was a celebratory moment for them and for me and JJ. It was like visiting an old friend.